What's up, guys? HTG Brian here, and to keep things rolling along for you, we got level 6 Con-Grodd-ulations STORY for LEGO DC Supervillains. This is a story video, so we're not going to get many collectibles. In fact, we're only getting that 1 gold brick for completing the story, which also gets us that trophy achievement, Kneel Before Grodd. But let's jump right back into a cutscene where we left off.
Back to the old clubhouse.
This crime syndicate is worse than the Justice League. They don't play fair.
They broke my favorite cold gun.
They stood on my tail.
They tried to use me as a casserole dish.
I hear they got all the loot from the Batcave.
You've got to hand it to them. They're better at being villains than we are.
I beg to differ, Catwoman. No one is better at being a villain than Lex Luthor. Get off me, you painted buffoon. I didn't bust you out to play patty cake. I've been to LexCorp and seen this so-called crime syndicate. They're hunting for something powerful. You can bet when they find it, it'll be bad news for the Earth, and more importantly, us.
But Lexi, with the Justice League out of the picture, who's gonna stop them?
Ooh, us! We can stop them!
Indeed. And then we can take over.
Precisely. Whatever their game is, if they want to play at being heroes, then we'll give them the greatest bunch of bad apples ever assembled.
Do apples come in bunches?
We'll show them how we do things on our Earth.
But Ultraman is so powerful. We have our limits, Lex. Apart from the walking power absorber here.
You don't say. Well, we will just have to recruit the strongest, most devious, most sneaky supervillain team this world has ever seen. Who's with me? Excellent. First up, let's go get Gorilla Grodd on the team.
That was a pretty motivational speech there by old Lex Luthor. All right, so here we go, and I'm going the wrong way again. One of these days, I'll figure that out. I think I got it figured out from here on out, but we'll have to wait and see. So we got Lex in the Reverse Flash, and this is just a simple, short journey up the hill and around the corner and into the Halo. Away we go. You know how that rolls. All right, so this next area is, I don't know, kind of reminds me of another area from another universe. I'll let you guys decide rather than sprinkling in my opinions here. You guys could leave a comment down below if you recognize anything, and we'll see if our opinions match. But hey, let's go ahead and jump into another cutscene and see what's crackalating.
Star Labs, the Galaxy Communications Gala, and now Arkham. The Justice Syndicate have let villains escape each and every time. These new heroes aren't quite filling the boots the League left behind.
Say, why does Flash wear boots anyway? Aren't they kind of hard to run in? He should wear sneakers.
It could be because the Justice Syndicate are Earth 3 heroes, not used to our Earth. Or perhaps our Earth 1 villains are too sneaky for them? There's something fishy about the Justice Syndicate, and I'm not just talking about Sea King. Come on, Jimmy. Let's get back to work. The best place for us to be right now is the Planet Newsroom.
So despite a couple of hiccups, the Galaxy Communications Tower is open for business. Reports of a breakout at Arkham have been greatly exaggerated, and our friends the Justice Syndicate are hot on the heels of the 1 or 2 villains that may still be at large.
If we're meeting Grodd in his palace, couldn't you have parked a little closer, Luthor? I don't want to startle the wildlife. Have you ever seen what a surprised ape can do? Softly, softly, catchy monkey.
Grodd's an ape, you fool.
And back in action we are. So as you can see here, there's all sorts of stuffs going on. There's a lot of digging that is needed here. And as it turns out, we have a character with that ability. So it's not just something for later times. And let's see, we've got a little bit of butt slamming to do here. And oh my goodness. Oh yeah, by the way we get out of here is just simply bananas. And you'll have to wait and see what I'm talking about. There is a handful of gongs scattered throughout the area, and it looks like that is going to probably be something related to a free play collectible, such as a mini kit or maybe even a character token. But we'll come back for those when we get to the free play. In fact, I actually nail a few of them and I start to panic a little bit thinking, uh-oh, I might end up getting this and have to start over. But there's one coming up that you can easily miss, but is also easily found and got. So if you're in a hurry to get some of them collectibles, feel free to head on over to our Trophy Achievement Guide, where Tyler P. has got most of those already out, if not all of them labeled. It is a work-in-progress guide, but it shouldn't be too much longer before it is complete. So, yeah, thanks to Warner Brothers for the early access of this game, and not to mention the fact that they just hooked us up with a copy of it. We got it early this time, so that is pretty sweet. Now, Cheetah is doing a bunch of digging here, and we've got a handful of bits that can be rebuilt into another one of these hanging switches. So this is one of those interactive kind of puzzles where you've got to rotate the big maze around in the right direction. Now, I kind of get off and go the wrong way at first, and then it takes me a second. I honestly, at first, I thought it was going to be like a double whammy where we needed to hang on both sides at the same time, but then I realized, wait a minute, that is not what's going on here. And it turns out I am going to need to spend some time hanging out on the right side one, as I totally messed up the beginning. So I got to work this ball back down into kind of the middle area where I started, but then flip it around towards the right and then drop it down the other side, because that's where we want. We wants to get this done right? All right, and there she goes, and it's all just a matter of timing. Just simply jump on and off the ropes to make this go back and forth. And sooner than later, that was a pretty good shot. Look at that. I got good aim, We'll go ahead and drop it down into the centerpiece. And then one last little swoop back down to drop it like it's hot. Here we go. Oh, to the air. What's it going to do, though? I don't know why I couldn't have just, like, stepped on that right there, or maybe even just flicked the gong itself. There's a lot of gongs going on here. I don't know why that is. Again, I don't know a whole lot of the history of this particular area in the DC universe. I am familiar with Grodd, but not with, his homeland. But look at this. We got a bunch of monkeys, or apes, I guess, coming to get us, and we'll take them down. Some baddies that need a ratting. And, oh, that is pretty sweet. Some of these special moves are above and beyond awesome, which is very welcomed in our opinion. And let's see here. We got to go ahead and bust through to this wall here, but how? This guy comes in, and like I said, the end is bananas. We're not quite there yet. This guy actually needs to be melted down with some heat ray provided by, yeah, that's right, yours truly, old Deadshot. And let's see here. I think that's who that is, right? Did I mess that up? I think that's Deadshot. Maybe not. It's probably like Phaser Beam or something. I don't, so many of these guys are not in my wheelhouse. And you'd think by now I would know because of, like, even like Lego Batman 3 had a bunch of these guys in there that were pretty useful. But, yeah, anyways. Hopefully I got that right so you guys won't absolutely destroy me in the comments. All right, we got to get a little swing on here. And it actually activates these moving walls in the back, or at least I think it did. It certainly didn't appear to be moving until I jumped on the old vine. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and sneak on by, and then get to the end and flip that switch. You could easily get pushed off the edge, as you just saw our artificial intelligent, or I guess not so intelligent in this case, gets just pushed off the edge. Now, I flipped that around a wee bit, but it didn't do what I wanted it to. And, oh, there's another one of them gongs. Oh, and he rang it, too. Oh, no. More apes. More apes. We'll go ahead and take these guys out. Let's see here. Cheetah, reverse flash. I'm waiting for him to go ahead and get to Deadshot and make sure that I got it right, because otherwise I might. Heat wave. See, I knew it. I knew it. At least I was aware that I was wrong, right? Because that's the worst, when you're wrong and you don't know. Anyhow. All right, so we've got some silver bricks that may or may not need some love here in a hot sec, and I'm pretty sure Heatwave has got, yep, he's got some nades. We can go ahead and turf on over into that corner, and it should reveal, yep, that's right, it's an X-ray puzzle. We know who can handle them, right? We'll switch back on over to Lex, and he'll use his Heelys to float over there. Did you see that? I love that, how he just kind of floats around. I did take some steps at the end, right as I pointed it out. Of course, he needed a little more momentum and didn't use it. But, all right, so this one is really simple. Normally, you got to, figure out and connect the dots, la, la, la. But this one, you just need to move the 3 red markers by pressing the icon indicated when you hover over it. And look at that, it opens the door and gives us access up top. So we are about halfway through this section before we get to that ending, which, again, is bananas. And we'll all laugh about that, hopefully, in a little bit. All right, so here's another one of those acrobatic walls. It's not nearly as high, and look at that, I didn't struggle with it at all, so that was kind of nice. This will go ahead and give us some stairs to go back up and across those moving columns, which knocked a lot of our guys off the edge and plummeted them to their doom. But all right, I think I do a good job here getting across. There is some studdage if you are a little bit more on the death-defying side. If you are trying to play it safe, though, I would definitely go towards the away from your screen. Go towards the away. That's funny. So here's that gong I was talking about that you could easily miss, but it's also easily found and achieved. So, all right, up to the top we go. Oh, yeah, this was interesting. A little bit of a Indiana Jones homage here. And did it take out that block? It was weird. There was a block kind of blocking the path there, quite literally doing its job. And oh, I snuck on by. So maybe that's definitely a good idea. If you're having troubles getting past those rolling balls, use the reverse flash to sneak by them. And then once you're up top, you should be able to take the bad guys out. And as long as you don't spin that wheel around, there shouldn't be any more of those giant, rocks rolling down. But look at me. I go ahead and send Cheetah packing. Later, Cheetah. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, and there's another one of those gonks if you're after that. So I believe that's 4 we have officially found. We knocked one right at the beginning. And yeah, anyways, we'll come back and get all those in the free play. And like I said, if you're in a hurry and our free play videos are not out yet, which I can't imagine they're not, as we got early access and we got a good head start on things, our trophy achievement guide should be available with all of that info. And this was kind of fun too. However, a little bit of user error coming up here. I do believe I fall maybe once or twice off the old ropes. And who remembers Vine? I know I called the rope a Vine earlier. Do you guys remember that social media platform? I still don't really know what happened, like why it died out. Oh no! I missed it, and then I tried to swoop back around, and I failed. And then I got all tangled up here, and then I play a little musical characters trying to figure out, who's going to be the closest or the furthest up and easiest. And I think Heatwave ends up being our guy. Look at, all right, I think I can. His swinging abilities are not nearly as awesome as his, weapon abilities. Oh, and look at this. Reverse Flash is already up top. Man, that would have been nice to just be up here. That's all good, though. All right, more digging coming up. So Cheetah's going to have to get her tuchus up here. And look at Reverse Flash running into the wall. So instead of trying to, make my way up the ropes again, if you notice, I'm actually just kind of killing time, and I'm going to try to go as far away from those vines as possible so I can drag Cheetah up here in hopes. Oh, there's the 5th gong. So if you're trying to play Gong Show and get that collectible, now is your chance. And oh, that was interesting. I took it down and I didn't appear to get credit. Maybe I was blind and I didn't see it, but I didn't hear it or see it. So anyways, get your dig on with Cheetah, and nope, not your spin on, your dig on. Again, user error. But, all right, remember I was telling you the way out of here is simply bananas. I know you've been waiting for it to see what it is. Here we go. We've got a cosmic treadmill for Reverse Flash to hop on, and he's going to collect a few bricks while in the cosmic zone, I guess. I don't. What is this area called, guys? I know you guys probably know. When he is going through the supersonic realm. That's what it reminds me of. You remember old Sonic when he got all the Chaos Emeralds, he get to turn into supersonic. And ironically, the Reverse Flash is even kind of yellow and kind of reminiscent of Sonic, as he is, a speedster too. But what is this area called? I would love to know. I know it's Cosmic Treadmill that gets us here, but where are we at? Is this just like the Cosmic Beyond, perhaps? I don't know. But wrap up all 10 of these items floating around. There's plenty of them. They repeat, I think, over and over again. Once you get all 10, though, we're going to get a bunch of bricks, and we're going to build it into the Banana-rama. That is right. Check this out. This is craziness. Go ahead and hop on, and back and forth we go. Weeble wobble, we all fall down. All right, Car Ramrod, in the building we come. Kapow! That would have been cool if they would have thrown like the old comic book, Oh, shh, cutscene.
Everybody relax. Grodd has invited us, remember? This is going to be a walk in the park. Apes of Gorilla City, take us to your leader. Greetings, oh great Solivar?
Who's this guy?
Where's Grodd?
Grodd has been banished from here. Gorilla City is now under my rule.
Grodd was so specific. We had to meet him here.
That is correct, Mr. Luther. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Solovar! I will vanquish you and take back my city!
You're welcome to try. Clever, Grodd. Luring me out with your pets.
Hey! Reverse Flash didn't seem to like that analogy there, that they were Grodd's pets. But anyhow, this is actually probably my least favorite battle so far. And you know, I say that so far because there's another one coming up that's kind of, I don't want to say confusing, but it just seems to take a lot longer than it probably should. So maybe I'm missing something. You know, there's always that possibility of user error, and in my case, it's probably greater than most. However, you know, it just seems like I'm missing out on something here because he's got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hearts. I'm a big buff gorilla here, and I am not doing much damage to this guy. And I'm taking like quarter hearts, you know, maybe even an eighth of a heart off, or leaving an eighth left, and then the next blow I give him only take. So it just seems like maybe there's a sweet spot that I gotta hit him on, or a certain time that I tried to ram him into the force field. I tried to let him run into the walls, and you know, I was also kind of warned that on the left side of the area there was an object that could be destroyed and then rebuilt into a mini kit. And of course, I wanted to save all those collectibles for our free play so that you guys only have to watch one video for them collectibles. So I kind of avoided that left side of his cage over there, thinking that, you know, I didn't want to have to replay this. But at the same time, I wondered if there was some sort of sweet spot or tool that I could use. But eventually, I make it to the end. So this is another one of those kind of classic Lego battles where you just have to kind of fight through waves of bad guys and, of course, different moments of the boss. And then eventually the boss cowers away and something falls from the sky or the ceiling, and all of a sudden you've got an extra tool to use against him. So, and that's what's happening here. As you can see, I've got Gorilla Grodd can go ahead and lift up this giant rock with his, I guess, telekinetic abilities? I'm not 100% sure that's what this is. I don't remember Grodd having those in previous games, but maybe that's another brain fart, user error on my behalf. But you can see here, I'm knocking his block off, and I'm only taking like portions of his heart off. So if you guys know something, please drop me a comment down below, because sometimes the teacher needs to learn from the student. And you know, for the record, when I come back and play this in free play, it would be a lot nicer to just plow through this and be done with it, rather than, because this is like a 10-minute battle, and I've even sped this up a little bit. So it's kind of crazy. And like I said, it just keeps on keeping on, and that's all we can do. So I get better at dodging his attacks, and you know, right there I thought for sure I was gonna be able to give him the old pow right in the kissa, but you gotta wait for him to jump up and ground pound, and yeah. And then I get a little excited here too by pressing and holding the circle button. I get to bounce around, pounding on my chest. Anyways, it ends up being quite the battle for show, and we do eventually defeat him, I promise. So he's down to 2.5 hearts. But anyway, so this is one of those moments where cutting audio or the commentary is not necessarily the funnest. These are the moments too that I'm sure that the people who are kind of not so interested in commentary, they just want the gameplay, they're like, yeah, you talk a lot. And that's true. I'm trying to fill dead space. You know, it's always okay to have silence amongst your friends and family in the same room, but it's a little weird when I'm supposed to be providing information, jokes, and things like that, and all of a sudden it's just dead air. You know, not really what I'm going for here. So, anyways, there's always that mute button, is what I always tell those guys. Which is kind of mean, but at the same time, it's the best of both worlds, because then I get to visually provide what you guys are after without my shenanigans, dad jokes, and things like that might drive you crazy. So that's right, I'm 40. I'm not necessarily in the now or happening, as people say, or I'm not very lit or legit, as Reese would say. I'm probably banned from saying things like that ever again now. But anyways. All right, I tried to change my luck up a little bit. I thought, you know what? Maybe Gorilla Grodd isn't the right guy to do the job. Maybe we need to get old Lex involved here. And, you know, for a second I thought that was going to be the case, but then he starts reflecting all of my pew-pews, and I'm not really doing any damage at any point. Oh, but then he jumps on me. So apparently Lex has got a hard head. because he just landed on my face, and he lost, what, an eighth of a heart or whatever was left there? And here I am getting all excited again, pounding my chest in. Here we go. I thought for sure I'd be able to take all those guys out in one big swoop, but no such luck. They played the old dogpile on the rabbit game. Apparently they've been watching some Bugs Bunny. Oh no, what is this? Look out below. That looked like a rubber ducky coming in there. We'll go ahead and avoid that, luckily. And now there's a bunch of bricks on the ground. Oh, incoming, more bricks. More bricks. We're actually getting fairly close towards the end of this battle. Wait, what is this? We've got some sort of mechanism here. And yeah, Gorilla Grodd's like, what is this? I don't know, Brian. But we'll go ahead and step up to the plate with old Lex. Activate it. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. Whoa, it's some sort of banana cannon. I told you this level is just straight up bananas. Again, sorry for the dad jokes. It's gotta happen, though. It's so punny. Moving along. All right, so the final stretch here, we've got, he's got these 3 big, I don't know what they are, some sort of coconuts or something, and got to avoid those, and then he should be available to strike down after a charge. Ready? Here he goes. Boom. Tweet, 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 tweet. Nope. Ground pound. No. I'm just getting up close and personal. I am tired of waiting around. Like I said, this is like a 10-minute boss battle. I thought about just editing the whole thing out and just saying, that was a sweet battle. Thanks, Gorilla Grodd. But nah, you guys like watching this, and I like making sure that everything from point A to point B is in there as much as possible. Every once in a while I make a mistake or waste a bunch of time and I edit like 30 seconds out or something, but I try not to leave any steps out so that it's all clear and easy to follow regardless of your skill level, age, or knowledge of Lego. Look at me. No, he's not scared. He's not intimidated at all by my aggressive moves there. All right, half a heart left or so, and hopefully we'll get him right now. No, there's still about a minute left of this battle. Dang it. We're getting pretty close to that true villain, too. But, you know, I like to keep those, at least the last one, for the free play as well. Because I kind of feel like that's kind of a collectible to get all of those. And of course, we'll get the red bricks for our stud multipliers. And, yeah, there's a few of them. And, you know, I keep forgetting to ask Tyler if we're going to have to pay for them or not. That is one thing that will be kind of detrimental to our fundage. Because I know you're going to have to buy characters. You always have to buy characters and often vehicles. But the red bricks will break the bank. And usually, you know, you got to spend money to make money. So once you buy the 2X or the 4X, it's worth it because it adds up and you get that money back fairly quick. But that 10X is usually like a lot of cheese. But all right. I am done flapping my yapper, at least for this boss battle. So we'll take a quick selfie and off to the final cutscene. See you at the total.
Apes of Gorilla City, kneel before Grodd. Gorilla City now belongs to me. Thank you for your help, Mr. Luther.
It seems like we didn't have much choice.
If you'd have known my plan, Solovar could have seeded in your thoughts and pulled it from your mind. Regardless, should you ever require aid.
Funny you should mention that.
No.
Booyaka show! Kneel before Grodd is now ours for completing Con-Grodd-ulations. Lots of wordplay here. Love it! Free play unlocked for completing the story, which also gave us that gold brick. And we'll get to that in a hot second. No mini kits found. And of course, we didn't quite get that true villain stud requirement. But look at that. We have 750,000 studs already, which is pretty sweet as we are not even halfway through the story. So lots of cheese, which probably means we're going to have to spend money on them red bricks. Bah, we'll wait and see. All right, so level complete. I do believe we get a couple of unlocked character tokens for completing the level as well. Oh, let's see who we got. Oh, Gorilla Grodd. Thank you very much. Ooh, Solovar. We'll add him to our list. And third one? Nope, that's going to be the final one that we find in our free play. So that is going to go ahead and wrap it up for LEGO DC Supervillains Level 6 Con-Grodd-ulations STORY. Hopefully you guys found this video fun and entertaining, even though there was like the longest boss battle ever. But yeah, we got to keep on keeping on. So for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time.